Alright, hello worldly crazy people out there. My name is Dragonite. Welcome back to Pokemon Ultra Moon. Last time, I believe we cleared a trial in that cave in there. We fought a bunch of normal type Pokemon, Alolan, Rattata, something of that nature. And today we are going to be advancing past where this gate was, which blocked our progress before. What do you have to say? Are you going to tell us about the gate? Can I actually talk to you? Trainers who take part in the Island Challenge and its trials get to see the whole world grow. Alright, in a very literal way, thanks to the gates opening up when you defeat stuff. I happened to pass under a moving shadow and got attacked by a wild bird Pokemon. What adorable little pests they are, indeed. Let's see. This is one of those aforementioned shadows. This is not something I have intent on catching, but let's see what it is all the same. That's it's a Spearow. All right. I guess I'll do the thing where I catch one or two. I'll keep doing the thing rather where I catch one or two monsters on every route, just for the sake of, you know, having a little bit of interest in my Pokedex. You never know when some NPC will offer you a side quest if you have a Pokemon with you, or a trade, or some other interesting reward. So we'll just be going, paralyzing you, you're gonna make my attack fall. Dragon Rage is probably, honestly, at this point gonna take you down, right? I'm doubtful that you have more than 40 HP, so let's just go into the bag, grab a regular Pokeball, I think. We've got a 50% chance of catching you with paralysis at full health, 33% base catch rate plus 1.5 extra paralysis, and let's see, with a little bit of luck. Alright, I thought it was going to break loose for a moment because there was a hesitation at the end, but Spearow has been caught. We are not going to be nicknaming you. Alright, I think I'm actually going to start cutting out the post-catching ceremonials, because if I do this on every route in the game, it's gonna, the 15 or 20 seconds or so that we take in there is gonna start to add up. Anyway, so we have a trainer battle. This is gonna be a little bit more of a fight, I think. Rising Star Ian. I am level 15. How is Pico doing on levels, by the way? Should I switch Stratini? Should I switch Stroon out of the lead? Let's see. I really wish we had an ordinary cursor on the main battle menu here, instead of just highlighting the button, because the color doesn't change that much. Pico's only level 13, so he's going out front. The color on the buttons doesn't change that much when each one is selected, and it's just a little readability thing that I think maybe got a little worse between the last game and this way. Anyway, I switched into a water type, didn't I? That probably wasn't smart. Okay. Yeah, I guess I can also use the stylus, then I don't have to worry about where my cursor is. Wasn't really thinking about that, was I? Let's see. We're gonna hopefully stop embarrassing myself. You're gonna use Water Gun again. That's gonna do a lot less damage to a Dragon type than it was to a Fire type, so let's see, I guess Dragon Rage is probably my best bet here. Maybe Extreme Speed. I think I leaned pretty heavily on Extreme Speed in the trial. So we're going to go gain some experience. Pico's going to grow to level 14. And Pico wants to learn Fire Fang. Yes, please. That's a better elemental move than Ember. What is this? 65, 95 power versus 40, 100, I think? 40, 100, yeah. Let's get that out of there. It's also a physical move. I forget if Litten and Incineroar are more physically or specially oriented. But we're going to go and... Let's see... I can just run back to the Pokemon Center. There's just one, a couple steps this way. Hang on. Okay, much better. So, let's see. I'm actually going to, by the way, do something that's a little bit the opposite of what I often do in when I'm recording my 3DS. And can I actually unplug this power cable? Because it is... Alright, I have a full battery. The having that 3DS charger cable snaked around my chair, my desk chair, when I don't need it is a little bit distracting. But anyway, so I fought you. We're not going to speak of that again. Is there anything down here? Nothing visible. I feel like my hidden item senses are going off. Alright, no, there is a regular item. That's a heal ball. Okay. I do remember that in place of a traditional item finder, this game has, well, it's one of those, like, ride Pokemon, and I remember not liking it much. I did a nice little rant about that in Legends Arceus about that sort of item finder. Alright, grass type, much better. I did a nice little rant about overly complicated and, like, not useful item finders in a couple other Pokemon games, not just Legends Arceus, as opposed to the Dallas machines of Gens 4 and 5. And there's a lot of overhead shadows here. I'm gonna see if I can actually sneak past these. Don't know if there are choices other than Fearow for things that might be fought here, but I don't know if I'm really interested in going getting into any more fights here. So there is a the flag on the map is pointing in there. Let me go down here. Are you a trainer? Roost. Yes. Okay. Are you gonna give me a TM for Roost or something if I fight everyone? Oh, it's this guy. Hello, Kukui. She's no trainer, yeah, so I don't think she could have gone far on her own. Oh, are we still looking for Lily? I guess so. So we're gonna go where that quest marker is after I stick my head up here. Can I fight you? You are not a trainer either. Alright, screen didn't go dark. Seeing kids like you journeying together with your Pokemon really soothes my soul. Thank you. I'll give you something. A Soothe Bell. Alright, I guess that's a little on the nose, but it makes sense that someone would give you that after saying Cutie Fly. Alright. I've never been all that interested in Cutie Fly or its evolutionary family, but since we're here, and since I knocked it down to somewhat low health, we're just gonna go and toss a Pokeball at you, and 1, 2, 3... Cutie Fly has been caught. Anyway, it looks like... Alright, is this the end of the line? So there are some obstructions up there, which I can't do anything with right now. That's going to be an HM that we pick up later. You're the guy who wants me to beat up everyone on the route. Who else is... Oh, you know what? There's probably somewhere on the bridge, someone on the bridge beyond Kukui, so we're going to have to come back and have a look at that once he gets out of the way. So what's in here? Lily! Ah, flower fields. My favorite area in every video game. Nebby! Nebby, come back. Ah, Drago. Nebby. Get out of my bag again. I don't know. Nebby seems pretty happy. I think you leave it be. But why would it want to go in that cave? And right after it got into so much trouble on the bridge, too. What if a wild Pokemon attacks it? It doesn't have any moves it can use in battle. I don't know. It seemed to know Explosion. When I caught up to it on the bridge, whatever that was. Let's see. This is a Great Ball, and if I run down into here, if you want to train your Pokemon, you're gonna want to use Roto Experience points. Do I have to? All right, it's another tutorial. So that's what are we doing? We'll receive extra experience points now. Sure. What's in here? I remember that like dancing bird Pokemon like Oricorio or something like that appeared in here. Metapod. Alright, sure. Let's stuff a Metapod in our pocket. Oh, you called for help, did you? Got a Caterpie and a Metapod. I don't believe I can catch both of you. I think I'm actually gonna have to, like... let's use Fire Fang and Metapod. I think I'm actually gonna have to, like, knock one of you out before I try and catch the other. Alright, I don't believe catching multiple... I'll try, but I don't believe catching multiple Pokemon in a battle was, like, a thing you could do until Legends Arceus came around. Alright, you're gonna use Harden again. Great. Classic Metapod move. Right there. And arguably the only funny joke in the entirety of the anime. I shouldn't say that. There are a couple of good jokes in the anime over the years. But let's see, can I use a Pokeball? I can't use a Pokeball when there's two things on the field. Alright. Let's go and bite this Caterpile in the face, and then we'll go and try and catch ourselves a Metapod. Alright, there we go. So, like the in-universe explanation as to why you can't throw a Pokeball when there's more than one wild Pokemon on the field is that, like, you can't aim, it's too distracting or whatever. But I have to say, I never really understood the game design logic of that. Pokemon as a whole definitely encourages you to catch them all, and like not being able to catch multiple Pokemon in the same fight just kind of slows that down. I wonder if in the old games double battles became a thing in Gen 3. If in the old games there was some technical limitation of the battle engine that prevented that from, you know, being something that made sense to do. But in, certainly after that, Gen 5 just had wild random... Actually, Gen 5 was the first where wild random battles were a thing, weren't they? But your girlfriend always disappears. Maybe she's the type who can't help wandering off when she spots something interesting. Relatable. Surely they could have implemented the battle system in a way that allows for that if they really wanted to. Alright, so you're just messing with his head. This is psychological warfare here. It's proof of how much he loves me. Alright, yeah, let's go with that explanation. Let's see. Alright, this is back at the beginning. I'm going to want to go and just run over here. Petalil. I should put on a repel. I'm getting into these fights because I'm too lazy to go into my bag and put on a repel. And then when I get into the fight, I'm like, I want to catch the thing. And then like, why am I like this? That's not what I meant to do. Whatever. Alright. Now I have a repel on, so we won't be, we'll be spared the random encounters for at least a little while. Where is Nebby? I saw it... What? I thought I saw it in the back over here. Do I have to run around some more? Is Nebby playing hard to get with me now? Alright, yeah. Let's see. Thought when we first walked in, the camera, like, cut away, over to, like, the back of the area or something like that. Lily? Oh, so I wasted that awakening. Thanks, I guess. Was there more of this flower field out, like, down this way or something? I thought it was just, like, over here. I must be losing my mind. Alright. I'm also losing my repels just because I'm wasting those, too. Let's see. Is there anything, Oh, if I come up here, okay. There's more up here. That's a poison barb. What about this shining spot? That is a yellow nectar. Okay, I believe that is somehow related to Oricorio. Don't remember exactly what the specifics are. It might influence its form or something like that. Anyway, you seem to want to fight for some reason, so let's go and have a fight. All right, you've been imitating the various styles of Oricorio to work portraying different characters. All right, this is the cannot Meredith here. I guess that's her name. Cannot for the life of me remember like what like dance this is based on. I don't remember if it's hula or something else, but it's a oh, you're an actor too, so this is like your practice, you know, practice area. But yeah, dancer birds. And let's see, you're a yellow one. And are there like differently colored flowers elsewhere in the game that'll spawn different like varieties of Oricorio? I can't remember. Alright. This is gonna drive me crazy. Again, I wish I remembered more from Pokemon Sun and Moon, and I guess by extension Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but I remember that in the moment there was a lot of things that I liked about this game, but it did not stick in my brain for whatever reason. Alright, this is a 4-hit KO. I probably... Oh, great. Maybe let's not do this then. So, you are going to... Might be able to take you out with another one. Unless you... Well, if you growl me, you can't do damage, I guess. I should have used Workup on the first turn. There we go. I should have used Workup on the first turn, and that would, got a lot of experience for that one. That would have allowed me to power through a little faster, turn a 4-hit KO into a 3-hit KO or something like that. Double kick. Let's see. That's a 2-hit move, right? So it's effectively 60 power fighting and can cut through things like sturdy. Not that we're likely to see that this early in the game. I'm gonna get rid of Scratch. Double Kick could be useful against like the odd like Rock or Steel. I guess I already have the advantage against Steel. And Steel is also something not likely to appear this early in the game, but like a Rock or a Normal type or something like that. That was my Pom-Pom style performance, demonstrated in battle. Really all you did was growl at me for a while. But anyway, not going to say no to the experience. You are going to find more styles to study. Interesting. I'm sure we'll see you elsewhere in the game. Yeah. How many repels do I have? Let's see. So up here, this is where the girlfriend was standing. I still do not remember where Nebby went. I must be losing my mind. You were, like, right here, I swear. Oh, alright. Did not see that. There is a hole in the cave there. I spent a good 5 or 10 minutes running around there. But thanks for the escape rope. I'll be putting that to use eventually. I have no idea how many repels I went through in here, by the way. Nebby, you are a piece of work, let me tell you. Alright. Is that what you have to say for yourself? An elusive target indeed. Soliera, test this one. I would also like to check the functionality of that Pokeball we tried making in the image of the devices used by those Alolan people. Now that we have succeeded in using one to capture an Alolan specimen. Yes, sir, I will do it at once. Oh, are we gonna fight? Alright, I guess we'll fight. Let's see. So, you look like you woke up with a bad hair day, that's for sure. Ultra Recon Squad, Soliera. Is this our first time fighting you guys? I think this might be our first time fighting you guys. So that is a Fufro. Don't know if you came from Kalos or what. We are going to go and... let's see. Double kick, as it happens, would be super effective here. Let's use Work Up. You've only got the one Pokemon. You're going to headbutt me. That might hurt a little bit. Fufro is going to probably be a little bit stronger than a Litten right about now, because Fufro is a regular, non-evolving Pokemon. Has somewhat average stats. Litten is a Pokemon that will evolve later. Baby Doll Eyes. Is that going to lower my attack? I think that lowers my attack. Alright, my attack is at now neutral. Oh, wow. Okay, that's, That didn't do much for a super effective hit. Alright, you're going to lower my attack again. I'm going to stay in for at least this one turn. Let's see, if I can get a critical hit, that would be great. No, no critical hits. If I could get a critical hit on this one, that would be good. If you headbutt me, that'll probably take me down to about, like, 10% or so, but I should be able to survive, unless you score a critical hit. The other nice thing about these multi-hit moves, by the way, is that, they do have double the chance. Each individual hit has its own, critical hit chance. So you're gonna headbutt me again, and I did indeed survive that with... If I had Quick Attack or something, I would totally just use that right here, but... don't want to take that, take that chance. Alright, Struan, come in here and finish the job. I was hoping that Pico could do it all on his own, but that doesn't seem to be happening. Alright. So you're gonna use Headbutt again. Yeah, that would have killed Struan right there. And Struan can go and just use an Extreme Speed, finish this guy off, or this lady off. Whichever it may be, it's hard to tell under that big ol' astronaut suit. And we are going to gain 562 experience points here. Struan is going to grow to level 16, getting the buff from being a traded Pokemon, and Pico is also gaining a little bit. Alright. Good game, whatever your job, person, name, title thing is. I was going to say whatever your job title is, but I don't even know that, so besides just, you know, generally being weird. This is what a Pokemon battle is. I suppose if there are strong trainers like yourself around, we may not need to play any great role in this endeavor. So, then we do not need to bother with the girl, I assume. That one you came to collect. You must know that it is able to warp away in an instant when threatened. You should remember, though, that the holes that are created when it does so leave a path open to dangerous beings. Alright, Nebby, stop opening up rifts in the fabric of space-time. The weird people said it's dangerous. I have to actually talk to you, apparently. Yeah, you too. Alright. Oh, are we just gonna fade to black and cut back to the entrance? I wanted to walk around in there a little more. Oh, you. Thank you, Drago. And I should thank Litten, too. Here, at least let me do this. And you're gonna heal me for the 15th time. And right before I end this off, I would like to go and look around in that cave. I think, if I was looking at the map correctly, I think that's going to be somewhere that we can, like, go back to once we have Surf. So it might not be I know there aren't many people around to see you here, but that's hardly an excuse. Yeah, those two dinguses up there are too busy flirting with each other or something like that. Anyway, I guess we should be going now. The professor will probably be worried after the way we just disappeared on him. Yeah. Alright. Maybe, do I want to go back there? I don't know if I'll go back there or not. I'm gonna end this off. How? Damn it, let me end this off. And Lily's with you, too. What are you up to, How? Just finished up my trial. Hey, Drago. I want to see if I really learned anything from my battle. From my trial. Let me battle you again. How? Alright, fine. So he's going to do his stretches. You're going to lead off with a Rowlet. I was trying to remember what your first Pokemon was. And Rowlet's going to do the adorable thing where it just circles its head 180 degrees around to check if Hal is really sure about what we're doing here. You have 3 Pokemon. I'm going to use Workup. And that should raise my attack just a little bit. We will certainly be taking Rowlet down in 1 Fire Fang after this. You're going to use... Why does everything like to reduce my attack after I use Workup? Alright, this is not at all working out the way that it usually does when I use this move. Right, fine. We can just deal with Rowlet the old-fashioned way. So you are going to nom on the Citrus Berry, Oran Berry? Probably at this point an Oran Berry. Oh, it is a Citrus Berry. Alright, you can use Peck. Let's see. Please use Peck again. It didn't do much, and I would like to actually keep the attack boost. Astonish. Alright, that's a fairly weak Ghost-type move that has a flinch chance, but I already moved, so I don't really have to worry about flinch. Alright, Fire Fang. Gonna take the Rowlet down. And, what's next? You're gonna gain some experience, and you probably have, like, a normal type and, like, a flying type, right? Because that's what all rivals do at this point in the game. Noibat. Alright, are you partial dragon yet? I don't remember if Noibat is partial fire, partial dragon yet. Noivern definitely is. You look like you're... Oh, that was super effective, apparently. But it still did a lot of damage. I guess the attack buff came in handy. Alright, I'm confused. I don't really like being confused. Let's go and use just Lick. Don't want to risk the miss, assuming you're able to not hit yourself. Thank you very much. And Noibat's going down. Let's see. Pikachu. Alright, so your last Pokemon is an old classic. Let's see, with +1, let's see how much I'm able to do to Pikachu, assuming I don't, like, take myself down. So you are going to do just a little bit of damage with a quick attack. We're going to use Fire Fang again, thank you very much. And Pikachu is going to go down in 1 hit to Fire Fang, very nice. Defeated Pokemon Trainer How did not get a lot of experience for those last 2. And what's this? Alright, Pico is evolving, that's right, level 16. That starts to happen around here. You like teenage levels for your starter Pokemon generally, 15 to 18-ish, and then again 30 to maybe 35-ish, 36-ish. It's when the final evolutions start happening. 30 might be a little early. It's probably more like 32 to 36-ish. Alright. Congratulations, Pico. Torracat is your name. I know Litten and Incineroar as the first and third stages, but I was not remembering your middle stage. Alright. So we're at 4 and 10% of the Alola and Melee Pokedex respectively. And I think we can be on our way. How? Are you going to let me end the video, or are you going to keep talking at me for a while? So you and me both beat that Totem Pokemon, huh, Drago? Looks like we're getting pretty strong. And I'm not stopping now. I'm going to use this momentum to beat my old Gramps, too. Hey there, Drago. I knew I could count on you. Thanks for tracking Lily down for me. What's this, then? How, you finished your trial, too? I bet you used some styling moves, eh? Heh yeah. All thanks to Rowlet. Hal is probably rubbing his hands together in glee right about now. Oh yeah, what do you mean? It's all part of the trials, yeah? After you clear one island's trials, you gotta beat the island's kahuna. Taking on the island kahuna in battle is called the Grand Trial. For someone like me who's researching Pokemon moves, nothing could be better than the chance to see more fierce Pokemon battles. Woo! I don't know about fierce. I'll be the judge of that. Come back to Iki Town. Catch that tailwind and blast right through Route 3. So they're going to scoot off, and now I am finally going to end the video. So, my name is Dragonite. This has been Pokemon Ultra Moon. Next time, we will hopefully not have to go and track down any more wayward Pokemon. Is there a place where I can really get a nice view here? I'll just stand in the middle here. you should all go check out Wizarducks and the Lost Hat, which is one of the games that I like to work on when I'm not doing YouTube stuff. Link to the Steam page can be found down below. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later.